What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and it's Wednesday. And Wednesday is going to be my new day for comic book speculation recommendations. The video where I look off into the future at final order cutoff and new comic book day of next week. And why do I do this? I do this so that way you guys have enough time to put in your pre-orders for your final order cutoff books and to also have enough time to reach out to your local LCS and tell them, hey, I was watching Bruce and Stephanie Comics comic book speculation recommendations. I like what he had to say. I did my own research and I would like to pick up a couple extra copies of these books so that way I can start and make this hobby fund itself. Hey guys, before we jump into my reminders in the meat of today's video, I want to apologize for giving you guys some bad spec. That's right, I told you guys about Wonder Girl number 5 having the first appearance of Portia as per the Key Collector app. But guys, I was wrong, and a few of you guys have reached out to me and told me, hey Bruce, that actually happened in Future State Wonder Girl number 1 and 2, or is it just 2? I can't remember off the top of my head, but guys, I did want to apologize to you because, you know, I want to be the best speculator that I can be, and I should have cross-referenced and double-checked a couple things before telling you that. But guys, I am human and I make mistakes, and sometimes I do rely on apps like the Key Collector app to give me the correct information, but guys, they're also human on their end. So I apologize for the bad information. I hope you guys can forgive me, and let's move in to my 2 reminders that I tell you guys about each and every single week. Just needed some H2O, guys. Okay, so the first reminder will always be to do your own research. And this is the most important one because I want to talk about some spec today that I think is decent spec, but maybe it's not. And you guys won't know unless you go check other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you guys can make the best decisions possible for yourselves. Because remember, you're spending your own hard-earned money on these books, not mine, yours. And last but not least, guys, there are delays with books both on FOC and New Comic Book Day. They will shift dates over and over again. As you can see with the last few weeks and the weeks moving forward, there has been delays on a lot of Marvel books, DC books, indie books. So books will show up over and over. Like, let's say, Geiger, the 80-page giant. It was showed up 2 weeks ago. It was back last week. And guess what? It was delayed again. So it's on FOC Spec once again this week. And I will always remind you guys when a book is delayed. But guys, there are delays in books, so I will speak about them multiple times when they do get delayed. All right, guys, let's jump into my final order cutoff picks. Also, how good is my beard looking? So good. Alright guys, it is time to talk about all the books that have speculation that are landing on final order cutoff the week of November 14th for your DC books and November 15th for your Marvel and Indies. If you've seen a couple comic book speculation recommendations, you guys know that I start each of my lists with the cover lover pick of the week, and this week it is Mother F Goose, the one-shot from Aftershock Comics. Guys, this cover homages Scarface, and this is so freaking amazing. This one definitely was the best cover that I saw on FOC this week, and it's so freaking cool. There's also a Pulp Fiction one, but this Scarface one definitely takes the cake. What did you guys think? Were you guys checking out all the books on FOC? Did you guys also see this one and say, hey, this is definitely the cover lover pick of the week? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Alright guys, it is time to run through all the books that were on FOC that had speculation. Even if it was just a tiny little bit of speculation, I still added it to this list and I'll let you guys decide if you guys like it. But stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you guys about the books that I like the best. So first up, we have Batgirls number 1. This is the team up of Barbara Gordon as Oracle, Cassandra Cain, and Stephanie Brown as Batgirls. Next, we have Future State Gotham number 8. This is the first appearance of the next Joker, the successor to the original. Next up, we have Buffy, the last Vampire Slayer. This is a 4-issue limited series where an aged Buffy survives a post-apocalyptic world where a catastrophe has nearly blotted out the sun. Ooh, vampires everywhere. Next up, we have Darkhold Omega number 1. This is the conclusion of the Darkhold event. Also, solicitation does say Marvel is going to introduce a hero who will take the Marvel Universe by storm. Is just this the Cthulhu universe that is in the Darkhold universe, or is this the Marvel 616? Who knows? Next up, we have Elektra Black, White, and Blood number 1. This is an anthology series told by various writers and artists utilizing only the colors of black, white, and red. This is a 4-issue limited series. Why is that speculation? I don't know. The Key Collector had it on it, and I just wanted to share that information with you. Next up is Timeless number 1. This is a one-shot featuring Kang and time travel that sets up the Marvel event slate for 2022. And this also has the first appearance of Anatoly Petrov. Who the hell is that? I don't know, but they're setting him up with this, and this is his first appearance, setting up the Marvel slate for 2022. That's pretty cool. What's it gonna be? Next up, we have Lady Mechanica, Monster of Ministry #1. This is the origin of Lady Mechanica and also a 4-issue limited series. Next up, we have Power Rangers Unlimited #1. Two Brothers Comics is losing their mind over this, I think. And this has the origin of the Phantom Ranger. I know nothing about Power Rangers. Is this awesome, guys? Let me know down in the comments below. Should I be speculating on Power Rangers Universe #1? I have no idea. I really don't. I never watched it. And the last two books are books that were on last week's list, and they are rolled over to this week, because again, there are delays for both FOC and New Comic Book Day, and the first book up for this delay is Buckhead #1. This is a 5-issue limited series about a group of kids who finds a video game that is the perfect replica of a town and its people. And the last but not least is Geiger, the 80-page giant #1. This is an anthology of stories including a new character introduction in the stories of established characters within the Geiger universe. And guys, that is all the books on FOC that have speculation. So what are the two books that I think you guys should consider picking up a couple extra copy of spec-wise? And I think you guys should consider Darkhold Omega #1. And the main reason is because they mentioned a character that is supposed to take the Marvel Universe by storm. But what they did not say is that is it the 616 universe or the Marvel Multiverse. They don't really say which universe they're gonna take by storm, but if they are introducing a new character that they're gonna push in 2022 and beyond, I would suggest picking up a couple extra copies of this book. Darkhold Omega #1. And the second book that I think you guys should consider picking up a couple extra copies of is Geiger, the 80-page giant #1. This is written by Jeff Johns. And if you guys have never read anything by Jeff Johns, you guys should read Geiger. Geiger is an amazing story. It's also a story that I think would be amazing on the small screen. And I do think this book is going to be optioned in the future. It's selling pretty well on the secondary market already. A 9.8 is going for about $75 to $80 right now, and it's slowly creeping up over time. And if this book does get optioned, I can see this book taken off because it has a new character and also has origin stories for characters that are in the series. So those are my two books that I think you guys should consider for final order cutoff. That is Darkhold Omega #1 and Geiger, the 80-page giant. Alright guys, we are jumping into my New Comic Book Day spec for November 17th of 2021. There are 21 books on the Key Collector app that have speculation. 4 of them are new #1s, and 4 of the books have first appearances. The other are a mix of origin stories and variant covers. But let's jump right into my cover lover pick of the week. There are 2 books, and the first book up is Green Lantern #8, the B cover. This is a cardstock cover. It is done by Juliet Nakia. Sorry if I'm butchering that, but guys, this cover features Teen Lantern, and it is gorgeous. This is probably my favorite cover of the week. But there's also another amazing cover. It is Darkhold Wasp #1, the 1 in 25. It is really cool. It's a nice, cool negative space variant with 2 different colors. I believe it's a yellow and a pink. It just pops, and it's got this really cool Darkhold Wasp on it. It's a really cool cover. What did you guys think of these covers? Are you picking up one or both? The 1 in 25 Darkhold might be hard to pick up because I don't think a lot of people are going to be ordering 25 copies of Darkhold Wasp. But guys, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But guys, let me know down in the comments below. Are you picking up one, both, or neither? Alright guys, first book up, we have Robin's #1. Now this has the first appearance of a new female Robin who claims to be the first protege of Batman. This is also a team-up book of all the heroes who held the mantle of Robin. We're talking Nightwing, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Spoiler, and Damian Wayne. Is Cassandra Cain in there? I don't know. I haven't read the book yet. But guys, I really like this because I am a huge Batman fan. I love everything Batman universe, and you want to introduce a new Robin? Let's do it. It's just the first Robin. That means this character is actually older than Dick Grayson, and that is really cool to me. Let's introduce a new Robin who's actually the oldest Robin. That's really cool. Alright guys, what is my next book? Alright guys, the next book is a book that was on last week's video and it was probably on the week before that because this book continues to be delayed, and that is Superman, Son of Kal-El, #5. This is the book where John Kent reveals that he's bisexual. It's big in the news. Do you want the first book where we have a non-heterosexual Superman? Well, if you do, this is the book for you. I'm picking up 2 copies just so that way I have an extra copy if this book does blow up down the line. I don't see this book blowing up immediately, but 15, 20 years in the future, I can see this book commanding a premium. Alright guys, and the last book on my list is Amazing Spider-Man #78.BEY. I hate when they do these dot books in between the normal books, but Here it is, .BEY is here. It stands for Beyond. And so this is Amazing Spider-Man number 78, Beyond. And this has the first appearance of Obsidian Star. He's a new villain, and he's going to be facing off against the Daughters of the Dragon in this issue, which is Misty Knight and Colleen Wing. I guess Spider-Man's going to be in there as well, but the solicitations say Daughters of the Dragons are going to be facing off against Obsidian Star. But I guess Spider-Man's going to be in there as well. I haven't caught up in Spider-Man, but I plan to this weekend. Alright guys, that's the end of my new comic book day list, and that's the end of today's video. If you guys are not subscribed to this channel, consider subscribing. Hit that bell for notifications and smash that like button. And do not forget to leave a comment down below letting me know if you guys like the spec that I spoke about in today's video, or you disagree with the speculation that I spoke about in today's video. Because again, the new comic book day spec is me pulling what I like from the Key Collector app in the Future Keys section, and also the FOC books that I talk about in the second part of the FOC section. Those are the books that I think you guys want to consider speculating on. Do you guys agree with those books? Do you not agree with those books? Are you picking up Darkhold Omega #1 or not? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.